Crews of the D-30 howitzer of the Western Military District of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation destroyed the fortress of Ukrainian troops in the Donbass in the direction of Kremensk. Correspondent RIA News. Earlier, it was reported that the Ukrainian troops suffered heavy losses in the Savato-Kremensky sector of the front in Donbass. With the help of aerial reconnaissance, we uncovered the enemy's positions. We found a target. They opened fire. A soldier from the RF Armed Forces told the agency.
Выстрел! Выстрел! Выстрел!
Images of objective control from a drone that recorded the moment the defeat of the fortress of the Kiev security forces were at the disposal of the RIA Novosti. The video shows the operation of the D-30 howitzer of 122mm caliber. After the initial attacks, Ukrainian security forces suffered casualties, including a wounded soldier. Allowing the enemy to remove the wounded and adjusted the artillery of the Western Military District continued their attack on the enemy fortified area. The situation in the Donbass on the Savatsky and Kremensky direction improved last autumn. Ukrainian security forces regularly bombed Crimea and periodically tried to break through the defenses in this area. Russian forces are still trying to punch through Ukraine's defenses in eastern areas of the country, the Ukrainian General Staff said Wednesday. As Moscow's invasions struggles to gain momentum almost a year after it began, Russian artillery, drones, and missiles have been relentlessly pounding Ukrainian-held eastern areas for months, indiscriminately hitting civilian targets and wreaking destruction. As the war largely slowed to a grinding stalemate in the winter, Moscow is hungry for some battlefield success after the months of setbacks. With the one-year anniversary of Russia's war approaching, followed by improved spring weather, Western officials and analysts say the fighting could be nearing a critical phase when both sides look to launch offensives. The Kremlin is striving to secure eastern areas it illegally annexed last September, the Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, and Zaporizhzhia regions, and where it claims its rule is welcomed. Pro-Moscow separatists have controlled part of Donetsk and neighboring Luhansk province since 2014. The enemy, trying to take full control of the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, continues to focus his main efforts on conducting offensive operations in the Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Sartetsk areas, the Ukrainian military reported, referencing towns in the two provinces as well as on the eastern edge of the neighboring Kharkiv region. The battles are draining weapon stockpiles on both sides. NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg warned earlier this week that Ukraine is using up ammunition far faster than its allies can provide it. The UK Ministry of Defense said Wednesday that Russia's military-industrial output is becoming a critical weakness. American defense officials insisted Iran is helping the Kremlin sustain bombardments in Ukraine by supplying it with attack drones. Kiev's continued defense of Bakhmut, a mining town for months, has been a key target for Russia's campaign in the east, has been strategically sound because it sapped Moscow's momentum, a U.S. think tank said. Kiev's defense has degraded significant Russian forces, including units in the Wagner Group, a Russian private military contractor, the Institute for the Study of War said late Tuesday. Some analysts had doubted the wisdom of Ukraine holding out in Bakhmut because it could hurt the chances of its expected spring offensive. Meanwhile, support among the American public for providing Ukraine weaponry and direct economic assistance has waned, according to a new poll from the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research. 48% of those interviewed said they favor the U.S. providing weapons to Ukraine. In May last year, 60% of U.S. adults said they were in favor of sending Ukraine weapons.
Орудие!